Hi, you're listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K, broadcasting around the world, award winners and emerging artists from the city beautiful Orlando, Florida. The number of genres, styles and categories in music in most recent years is overwhelming, but from the history we can find that even in the late 19th century that has been the case too. I'm reading a few paragraphs from a book called Music 101 by Fred Plotkin. Claude Debussy, among the most significant and influential of all composers, said, "I'm more and more convinced that music by its very nature is something that cannot be cast into a traditional and fixed form. It is made up of colors and rhythms." Later on, the author continues, "The Paris of Debussy's time was one of rich artistic ferment and rebellion. In painting, Impressionism was the dominant style, and Pointillism was also in vogue. It is customary to say that Debussy's work is the musical equivalent of Impressionism, in which formal structures are rejected in favor of a style that emphasizes color, sensuality, exoticism, and new means to perceive familiar things." Debussy said that he did not believe he was an Impressionist, and felt much closer to symbolism, in which images and symbols often represented their literal selves as well as underlying ideas. Well, it seems that we still can get lost in those type of arguments. But right now, let's enjoy the style of music that is coming with our guests tonight. The American composer Louis Anthony deLise is characterized by beautifully poignant neoclassical melodies influenced by many genres. He refers to his work as post-genre. Now we have his most recent album, Iridescence. Welcome to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. Louis.
Hello, Dimitri. Thank you for having me on the Light Lounge. It's always a pleasure to visit with you, my friend.
You're welcome, Louis. Let's start with the title tune, Iridescence. As we're listening to Iridescence, I hear serene and peaceful moments, beautifully captured in your album. What is the driving force that makes you capture an elusive melody and convert it into a piece of musical wonder? I guess should not be only an education because along with your music study, you practically taught yourself to play the piano.
Well, music for me always does start with the heart, some kind of feeling, some kind of sense about something. And it comes from that heart feeling uh, and develops into improvisation, which comes out through the fingers and into the keyboard. And that's how I usually get things going. Then after that, it's a matter of manipulating, massaging, stretching, editing, and making a piece out of a little scrap of music.
Obviously, the magic of the composer consists of converting this little scrap of music into beauty. And your album is showing us that you can do that consistently. We're listening to Blue Hour. In your career, you arranged music for Grammy winners such as Patti LaBelle, Peter Nero, Hailstorm, Bunny Sigler, Robert Hazard. Tell us something more about those encounters with such talented musicians.
Well, I have had the great good fortune to work with some really talented musicians and to be hired by them or their people to write arrangements for their recordings or their live performances. Writing for any artist presents a unique challenge that begins with learning about what they do, about their style of music, learning about their musical idiosyncrasies, what they like, what they don't like. And of course, In every case, I would be working with a producer who would have an idea, a vision of what that recording should sound like. Of course, working with a really great musician like Peter Nero was an absolute joy, and also absolutely agita making. I was a kid and I was very nervous. Most recently working with another really fine musician, Robin Spielberg. When you're working with folks like that, they have really good ideas, and as an arranger, one would be a fool not to listen to their ideas and to take their suggestions, their criticisms. So I always listen, and the arrangement is usually much better for having done so.
Listening and following the instincts, yours and the musicians. We're listening to our golden hour. Can you share the experience while recording your album Iridescence with your featured artists?
Well, my album Iridescence took a long time to produce, actually. We started it back when the pandemic was still very much around. The album started with an idea to write a piece for my friend Nancy's birthday. I've been writing little pieces of music for friends of mine who have had significant anniversaries, and Nancy was having a big birthday, and I thought I'd write something for her. So I did, and that was the background track for what became Iridescence. I invited Nancy to create a melody line, and she very happily did so. I mean, I'm the guy who was really happy about the fact that she did it. And she came up with this gorgeous melody line that she played on English horn, and it was just terrific. So that piece was the start of the album, and then from that I created 8 other tunes, some of which were based on other kind of impressions about light, since Iridescence started out from that standpoint. So there's a tune on the album called Our Golden Hour, and another one called Dusk, and so forth and so on. Working with John McMurtry, the flutist, on this album, and the wonderful cellist Vivian Barton Dozer, and my good buddy, the fine acoustic guitar player Bruce McFarland, who works with the Celtic World Orchestra. these are folks who are just at the top of their musical game. They're great, great players and really nice people, and I'm very happy to say good friends. The album was recorded mostly remotely, so that Nancy recorded her parts in her studio in Washington State. John McMurtry, who's now teaching at UNLV and performing with the Las Vegas Philharmonic. John recorded his parts at his studio in Las Vegas. And Vivian, I'm fortunate to say, is a neighbor. She lives just over the Delaware River in Philadelphia. And she and Bruce McFarland both came to my studio in New Jersey, where they recorded their parts. So that's how it came about. A little bit of remote recording, a little bit of recording here at my place, and then I fleshed out the keyboard, piano, string, percussion, etc. parts.
Thanks to the modern technology, nowadays we can record with musicians from all over the world, and you've done a great job, Luis. And thank you for stopping by and sharing the exciting news about your album. And now from the listeners of Light Lounge with Dimitri K, let's wish Luis Anthony deLise success. And for those interested to purchase his album Iridescence, how they can do that.
Well, Dimitri, it's always a pleasure to visit with you. Thank you so much for the invitation to visit with you again here on the Light Lounge. I hope you like Iridescence. I hope your audience loves Iridescence, and if they'd like to hear more of the music on the album, they could, of course, stream it on any of the streaming services, Deezer, Spotify, Pandora, which happens to be my favorite. It can be downloaded at Amazon. Physical CDs can be purchased at my website and also at Amazon and at such places as Walmart and Target, I believe, still has some CDs. So there you go. Thank you again, Dimitri. And listen, one of these days you and I have to make music.
Thank you again, Luis. I like the style and vision you have for creating music. And I'm definitely up to the challenge for you and me to create something together. And let's complete your visit with Summer's Glow from Luis Anthony deLise album Iridescence. And now, from the Multi-Grammy Award nominee David Arkenstone, we have a wonderful news about his new album. Let's hear from David.
Hi, my name is David Arkenstone, and you are listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. My new album, Quest for the Runestone, has just been released. It's kind of epic, but it has a lot of heartfelt songs too, inspired by my love of Celtic and Nordic and cinematic traditions. I had some wonderful guest artists on it. We have all kinds of instruments: violin, guitar, flutes, uilleann pipes, cello, drums, lots of vocals, and the hurdy-gurdy. But I think it has something for everybody. Thanks to all the programmers that play it on the radio. It's really fun to hear it on the radio, and I'm happy to share it with the world. Thank you.
From David Arkenstone album Quest for the Runestone, we're listening to Prophecy and Keeper of the Flame. Life is better than listening to a commercial radio station playing endlessly a few resembling songs. If you feel that way, you came at the right place. Light Lounge with Dimitri K plays the best award winners and independent artists around the world. And now, let's see who are our next guests.
Hi, I am Shere Fraser, and you are listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. I am a flutist and composer from Washington State. I enjoy creating relaxing music, and I get very inspired by nature. I spend a lot of time outdoors, and I like to bring that into my music. Recently, I collaborated with an Iranian pianist and composer, and we created a piece called Echoes of the Pond. I took field recordings from my neighborhood pond here in Washington State. I sent it to Iran, and Arash created a beautiful piano soundscape in which I added my flutes. So we hope you will enjoy Echoes of the Pond. It's very unique, creative, and we hope it will be relaxing. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Eric Chapelle, and you are listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. I'm a composer. I live in Austin, Texas, and I just released a new album called Works for Solo Piano. There are 12 solo piano compositions on this album, and it took about 3 years to produce, with 2 different recording sessions on a Steinway Model D concert grand piano in beautiful settings in both recording sessions. I would like to introduce to you track number 9. It was released as a single. It's called Reflection Number 1. I hope you enjoy listening, and thank you very much for your time. Have a great time, great day. Bye.
Hello, my name is Michael Hoppe. Welcome to Life Lounge with Dimitri K.
From Michael Hoppe, we're listening his latest track called Together.
Hi, this is Deborah Offenhauser, and you are listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. You're going to be hearing a lovely, gentle piece with a Western Apache title of Seal in Zul, which means I love you. So I hope you feel the gentleness and also sense that you're in Apache land and enjoying the beauty and refreshing nature and feeling very loved. Thanks again for listening.
Hi, I'm Chakuna Machiasa, and you are listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. I am an artist, composer, music producer, and ceremonial medicine song person from Michigan. I just released my new album, Anti-Gravity. It is a new age album incorporating ambient piano, flute, soft synth, outer space sound effects, and channeled medicine chants. I had the honor to work with other amazing artists on this album, including Vito Grigoli, that did the mastering on the album and bass on a few songs. Sylvia Blazer did the flutes on the song Written in the Stars, and Jason Miller did the synth on the song Metallic Sunflowers. Thank you so much for listening. And you can go to www.chakuna.com to find out more about me and my music.
Hi, I am Carrie McDowell, and you are listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. And the world must come to know Prince, and kings must come to know him. Jesus is Lord.
There's a God of every nation, sovereign God and Lord of hosts. He gave his Holy Spirit, who is reigning in control. And we all are his creation. He's my Lord, the anointed Son of Man. Oh, the Most High extravagant. Jesus Christ, the anointed Son of God. There's a teaching in Christ Jesus that we need a day today. He's I am the resurrection. He's I am, that is my name. And we all are his creation. He's my Lord, the anointed Son of Man. Oh, the Most High extravagant. And the world must bow before him. Prince and kings must come to know him. He's the Alpha and Omega, Most High extravagant. Jesus Christ, the anointed Son of God.
Hi, this is David Vogel, CEO of the Symphonina Foundation, and you're listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. You're also listening to Alexander Unseth Symphonina No. 1, Symphonina in C, Movement 4, as performed by the 2024 International Symphonina Orchestra, and you can hear it on the album Advent of the Symphonina, out now. We hope you enjoy it.
You're listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. It's time to say goodbye. And remember, hesitation is temporary, music lasts forever. Most of the artists you heard on this show are independent artists. And if you like some of them, you can Google the name and find them on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and the rest of the digital media, and that would be a great support for them. For any comments, suggestions, and feedback, please email me at kopublishing@gmail.com. I'm Dimitri K, broadcasting from the city beautiful Orlando, Florida.